I like these ones where you have to go back to your high school brain. Go back to your little high school brain, and I want you to name different Asian ethnicities that you were seeing around at the time and what you envied about them.
I have a double split on one of them.
Oh, perfect.
So
Double
one
split.
was I was so envious of Vietnamese in the beginning because it's Cerritos. All the Vietnamese I know are multiple generation. Yeah. And I'm like, man, they're like so assimilated and like, I was like, dude, that's crazy. They're like almost like the way Japanese Americans are, like fourth generation, fifth generation.
Oh, okay.
Everyone I knew was like that.
Right, yeah.
Vietnamese? Wow.
Not Fabi at all?
No. Okay. Then I go to Monterey Park and I'm like, what the literally just got here. My classmate just got here. I'm like, that's crazy.
So you were envying how well like Americanized the Vietnamese 50s.
Yeah, like all the Vietnamese dudes I knew was like Jeff Bowie, Nick Nguyen, whatever.
Right, yeah.
I moved to Monterey Park and it's like, like it's like, I'm like, what the fuck happened? Yeah, it's like a complete flip. I'm like, what happened to the Jeffries, dude? Where are they at?
Yeah.
Where's Jeff Bowie at?
I used to be really envious of Korean guys because they felt like they were more dominant in the car scene, at least that I could see observably. They just had hella nice shit. I was just like, I couldn't wrap my head around how they had the money for that stuff.
Oh yeah, there were a lot of OC rich Koreans, huh?
And when the GQ style was in,
Oh, they had all the name brand.
perfect, bro.
They had Hugo Boss. They had Goot. Yeah, they have all that.
And obviously, like I couldn't pull it off as well as them because I was just hella darker, so it didn't look right. But these dudes with their milky ass skin and like flowy hair, and they just had all the best brands. Their cars were fucking tight, and they rolled in big ass groups. So I was just like, damn, how do you make something like that? You know? Yeah. I was hella envious of Korean dudes back then. Now I don't. Filipinos are way cooler.
I feel like Filipinos were like at the peak of swaggery.
They were, but it was a more like urban swag.
Oh, it wasn't like luxury swag.
Because that got cooler, right?
High school, the urban swag was cool, and it was a Filipino dude, and he was like cool with all like the gangsters and shit. But he would always have like the coolest like chains and like the coolest brands. I'm like, I've never even heard of this before. Like his style was like hella cool, and he like hooped, But then there was this other kid that I grew up with. Well, in high school I grew up with. He's a Japanese guy, and he was like varsity basketball player, and he played with like our team was like really good. They won like CIF and shit and all that. But what I was jealous of was he had like a little. I didn't know what J League was at the time, and it was like the Japan. I was like, damn, this dude got a whole community of like Japanese dudes that he grew up with playing hoop. And like,
Since they're 5.
Yeah. And I was like, man, that's fucking cool. I was like, I've never seen anything like that, especially in like that passionate area. And I was like, man, this has been under my nose the whole time. If I knew, I would have fucking wanted to play J League growing up.
But now you're like on the outside.
Yeah, and I'm like, damn, there's no way I can make it on the J team leagues. I don't.
They're pretty good too.
Really good, really
And they've
good.
been hooping since they were little, and I was like, damn, I wish I was a part of something like that.
But there were a lot of non-Japanese that joined too. Yeah, there were a lot of. Oh yeah.
I just had no idea. But seeing how like that community was cool is because we would like go hang out in different like cities and go to different parties, and everybody would know him from J League and shit. You're like, damn, dude, that's so connected. But
Crazy as a kid
for real.
to see someone get recognized like that.
Well, it was also just like, especially for Asian kids.
Yeah.
A ton of Asian kids like that, and they were all like Asian kids like me who were like had similar interests.
Yeah.
Man, like, where the fuck were you guys?
And they're
growing
good.
up?
They're good at a non-Asian thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like to me at the time, I was like, oh, I just never knew this was a thing. So I remember for me, I was like, damn, I want to be in something like that.
I thought Filipinos were the most like flexible.
Yeah.
At Cerritos High School, because it'd be like because there's like I would see Filipinos with like cornrows, right? And then they walk by the black kids, and everyone's like, "Yeah, we approve," And then there was
We approve.
Yeah, we approve. And then there's like the Filipinos that like hung out with like Mexicans because they were like in gangs. And then there's the Filipinos that hung out with Asians. It felt like they were like the most easily assimilated into every group.
I think gritty cool. But then once what was cool became clean and rich, their income in families are like skewed like crazy. You can have some like super broke ass Filipinos and super rich ones. They're all hanging out together. But then like when you saw Korean people, it's like all of them were rich. So how the fuck that happened? Another stupid thing I was envious of was that I always thought Vietnamese guys back then in like the 90s were like the tougher ones because they were fucking nuts. And I think like Filipinos as like, you know, whether they were like wannabe gangsters or whatever, they truly, most of them were not down.
No.
Fashion was down.
Right? You know, they look down, they look like they're gonna fuck shit up, but they really don't want to. But Vietnamese guys, before you can even say something, they're in the mix.
Violent, yeah.
Don Bosco Tech for summer school, the Vietnamese guys were the ones who bullied me day one.
And it's like a 5-foot Vietnamese guy too that's like bullying everyone, and you're just like, man, this guy.
My size, yeah. But then you just know they're cuckoo. So I didn't want to fuck with them. I was like, oh shit. Because now it doesn't work to like look badass. Because Vietnamese guys sometimes
They're not intimidated.
yeah, they're not intimidated. They don't even look like they're gonna do shit, but they'll fuck you up for no reason. I was like, God damn, bro.
They'll just make something up so they can fight with you.
Yeah, I thought that.
It's like, I'm just breathing.
Yeah.
He's just fucking with me, dude.
I was so impressed and envious of that because Filipinos, for the most part, had a lot of theatrics down for like why you don't mess with them. Yeah. Or they were just good ambassadors where you didn't feel like messing with them. But then Vietnamese dudes, the fuck? Yeah. I was like, what? What's the point?
I was always envious of like how fun and warm other Asian, like especially Southeast Asians, when you go to their parties or birthday parties and like the way their families operate, like it's more relaxing and welcoming. And it's hard to explain because like it's not that Japanese aren't, but I feel like Southeast Asians know how to have a good time. And when you come in, there's like less rules. So like there's no like it's like, yeah, like you're gambling with uncles and like that would have never happened like in our families. Like the adult shit is adult shit, you know? And then
That's true, yeah.
and then like they're like getting drunk and like enjoying life. And like when you come in, it's just like do whatever you want. You want to sing, you want to eat, you want to do whatever. And then like it's not like organized fun, you know what I mean? Like so much where it's all controlled and well mannered. You get to like let loose and enjoy yourself.
It's fun in Japanese family.
Yeah, dude, it's boring.
Time now.
What do they do for
2 more minutes fun time.
A Japanese party is everyone shows up on time,
Hail on donkey.
on the dot. You might have some activities that you do.
Apple bobbing.
Yeah, and everyone leaves at the same time. Like if the party ends at like 9, it ends at 9. But also like this is my childhood, right? I'm not talking about like teenage and above parties. I'm talking about like you go to these families' home, like and then you know even Chinese I thought were more fun because you would go to like a Chinese restaurant and you have like from grandma to kids to everybody and it's a big fucking loud group.
Japanese people when they're kicking it, it's not loud. It can
be. No, it can be, but it's like it's like hella controlled. Like I don't know how to explain it, man. It's like they're never relaxing and like
whoa, Masato, you tell joke now.
It's really mild. It's really really mild. Yeah.
This is so funny. You have a laugh in the bathroom. You have to go in the bathroom and like, that was so funny.
They have to excuse themselves.
So then in your setting of growing up, that must have been triple bad when you ruined it for your parents by saying they were unwelcome guests.
Yeah.
Because it's already an uptight party.
They doubled down on it.
Right.
And then also we were religious with no alcohol. Cause like when I went to Japanese Americans, like they're fucking fun. Cause like, yeah, I mean, it felt like a normal, like you're at a white.
Yeah, they're just white now.
It's just regular. Yeah. And then
To see a lot of other parties from different kinds of families.
yeah, that's what I thought. I saw that was the biggest difference.
Filipino party as a young person. Did you see how that shit was like?
Yeah. Like,
That must have been 180.
well, cause Southeast Asians, I feel like they do. Mexicans do this too, where it's like a 2-year-old's birthday, but like the whole town is coming, and and everyone's doing like drunk shit, and it doesn't matter, right? Whereas like a Japanese party, I feel like, oh, it's a kid's birthday party, then it's like a clean baby shower with no adult shit. Like, I think adults party their own way. They go to the izakaya after work and they get drunk.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But if it's for kids, then it's like...
Kid themed the whole way, huh?
Yeah. But then I got to see, like, when you go to a Southeast Asian or Mexican or whatever, like, everyone's partying together, from grandma getting drunk and the kids, like, on the bouncy ball, like, on the bouncy room and whatever. And then everyone's having fun together. You know what I mean? It's not like adults watching the kids and then like, okay, now it's time to go.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more integrated.
Yeah. And then there's no like rules of like being reserved where I don't know, like let's say they offer you food, right? In a Japanese family, they're like, oh no, it's okay. Or maybe I'll take a little bit, right? But then if you go to like a Southeast Asian party, they're like, hey, did you eat yet? Oh fuck, you better fucking get this, you better try that. And then, like, I don't know, like, they hand you a beer, you're like 14 years old, and you're just like, okay.
True, at those parties, it's like everything's icebreaker. Everything.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, like, tiptoeing around nothing.
And it's so, it just felt so much more warmer. Like, you're immediately...
Back and forth 3 times before you say yes.
For real.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no, like, over polite manner shit of, like, oh, no, it's okay. I ate. I'm sorry, you know.
Yeah, but
And
it's
then
so
like,
built
okay,
into
if you insist. After like 3 times.
Sitting around a fucking boring, like, couch and shit, and you're like, so, what's your story? And it's so vanilla, bro. And it's like, what the fuck? And then you go to like a Southeast Asian party, like they come in and then you're like, oh, I'm only 15, and they're like, well, here's your fucking beer,
First beer.
yeah. And then like they're like playing like cards in the back,
Dominoes.
15-year-old man, and you're like 13 years old, and you put money in. And
Yeah. And they show you the ropes of anything you want.
yeah,
You can walk up and they'll be like, come here, sit down.
yeah. You learn it, and they're like, oh, you never tried this, and then like they have all this different food, right? So they're like, come and try, fucking eat this, now fucking eat that, you know? And it's like, yeah. So I think there's like a difference of how adults interact with young people versus like, I feel like a Japanese party is like adults and adults are together, and then like they're just like watching kids.
Forever, my vision of what Japanese party is what this fool's doing. Pin the tail on the donkey. Perfection.
Or kill yourself. You miss donkey.
So boring. It's probably like what Bart grew up with his birthday parties. It sounds just like that.
Yeah.
15 minutes of pickup stick.